Most people think that when you close a deal, right, you collect the check, you deposit the check in your bank account, you think you're done. In reality, that's just the beginning of the project. The check means that you've gotten commitment from a customer, that they believe in you, that they trust in your company, that you're going to pull through with them. Okay? That's just the beginning of the implementation. I'm going to tell you now how I do 30 implementations a month and the way that I organize myself every single day. We're able to grow revenue explosively every single month because of how I do this. So basically, once the deal is closed and you deposit that check, you have to put a customer into a revolving queue of customers. Okay? That queue, in our case, we use a software Monday, where we put in the customer, their needs, and the dollar amount that they're going to be paying. The dollar amount's really arbitrary because it doesn't matter. We treat a small customer as good as we treat a big customer, but it's good to know what you have in your pipeline, right? In the case of our business, we collect a setup fee first and then a monthly recurring fee after. Even though we got half the setup fee that's in our bank account, we're partying, we're having a good time, we haven't collected the monthly fee, which is the end game that we're trying to achieve, right? So the question is, how do you take a list of 30 implementations that have paid you but aren't paying you a monthly fee? How do you bring them across the finish line, right? How can you get them to pay you every single month? So the solution to that is very simple. Again, you document everything in a software like Monday. You put in the customer's needs, you put in exactly what it is that you need to solve for them. And what you want to do is you want to take each of those customers' names each morning and you want to write them down on a piece of paper just like this. These are my implementations. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down every single implementation that's in Monday on this piece of paper. I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to go to a different room. So I'm not going to be in front of a computer when I do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to figure out how can I push each of these deals forward today. Whether or not I can turn in development to them or whether or not I have a deliverable to give it doesn't matter. There's always a way you can push a deal forward. Okay? So what you want to do is you write down each of the customer names and you're going to start calling each one after you figure out how to push it forward. For instance, let's say a customer we owe 3 customizations to. So we got to do 2 reports and a customization on our Android app. What we have to do is we put them on our list and we have to think about, well, apart from the customizations, how else can we push them forward? Well, guess what? We can do a full training on the application. Just because you don't have a report or you don't have a customization doesn't mean you can't train on the software. Not only that, but for instance, let's say the customer uses handhelds and printers. What good is you finishing these customizations and giving them the deliverable, but they can't use the app because they don't have the handheld and the printer? So what I do is I write down each of these customers that I'm implementing. I write down one thing I can do to push the deal forward, and I make progress every single day on each of these deals. By the end of the day, I have a list that looks like this. That's all messy, but it's got every name crossed off, and I push forward every single deal. By the end of the month, that means that I'm going to be able to charge those 30 customers their monthly recurring fee. Our customers last on average of 15 years. No one leaves us. So when I'm able to finish 30 deals a month, you guys can do the math. It's a great living. But in order to make that living, you have to close these deals. You have to follow up with them. You have to do a good job. And again, in order to do that, you have to follow up every single day. So that's how I do my implementations. That's how I close 30 deals a month.